Heads up. If you have kids around,
parental advisory is in effect.
This is the Bonus Bone Podcast with Lamont and Tonelli.
It's like water torture.
Baby Huey.
Chasta.
Welcome back to the Bonus Bone Podcast, friends. Chasta, Lamont, Tonelli,
Woot
Baby
woot.
Huey,
What's
all
happening?
here to woot woot. So this week we're talking about awkward moments with your parents. So this one came from...
Well, it doesn't have to be with your parents, just like the most awkward moment, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, I was going to tell the story about what
your
made me
parent.
think about this. Yeah, it's with my mom. So my mom's birthday was yesterday, and I ordered her a makeup style case that she asked for specifically. She wanted it. We had talked about it. Okay, great. Ordered it. It ships. It's delivered. I get the notification from Amazon. Delivered. Fantastic. I get a text from my mom, and she says, "Can you explain the bodysuit?" And I'm like, what? And so I call her, and I'm like, what are you talking about? So Amazon, I don't know how this happened, somehow crossed packages or something and sent my 73-year-old mother for her birthday from her daughter a totally see-through full bodysuit.
That's
black
outstanding.
Bodysuit.
So she got the bodysuit that you ordered for yourself.
No.
Did they confuse these packages?
And that's what, it's funny because I actually did order a bodysuit.
Now
Hold
the
on.
is coming out.
Hold on, I have
Oklahoma,
visuals.
not Pacifica.
If you're watching on YouTube, you can get the visuals. So I ordered a workout bodysuit, but it's like
Like
yoga,
a Lululemon kind of?
like a Lululemon.
Yeah.
I love that you know that. Like a Lululemon, like yoga fabric, which is
Right.
Okay.
thick black fabric,
Yeah.
right? No, this is not that.
This was see-through negligee.
Yeah, it was like black netting almost,
It's
right?
netting. That's a good. Yeah, that's the good word. Yeah, it's like a black for
your mother.
YouTubers. For my mother. Okay, so for
See-through
YouTube,
netting.
YouTubers,
Very sexy.
Yeah, it was very sexy. So this is the one I ordered. Can you see that? That's
Yeah,
like
that's for
normal.
you.
I'm gonna put it to the camera. That was for me. I got that already a couple weeks ago.
Right, okay.
But my mom, however, got the see-through version of that. That
Oh, you
has
can't even see that.
the whole back is cut out of it.
Right.
And you could see, like, it's hanging.
It's not doing it justice.
It's something Megan Fox would wear on the red carpet.
I think she has worn that on the red carpet,
Right.
actually. So my mom opens that, and she's like, what in the world? But she didn't want to hurt my feelings because my mom's the sweetest person on earth,
Yeah.
and her and I are besties. So
So did you say, Mom, did you try on what I sent you?
I know if I had already known what it was, I would have went with the gag, but I was oblivious. So,
Right.
but she didn't want to hurt my feelings, so she thought maybe I was, I don't know, trying to get her to be like sassy or something at
Right.
73. I don't know. But she opens it and shows it to my stepdad and is like, look what Chasta sent me for my birthday. And he was like, well, hell, Marsh, you should try it
Marsha
on.
got her groove back.
Absolutely.
Marsha got her groove
My
back.
stepdad is like a mix between John Wayne and Crocodile Dundee. Like
Right.
If that paints a picture for you, that's basically who he is. Anyways, he was thrilled, I'm sure. But she did not. She swears she did
She
not
didn't
try
model
on.
it for him.
But anyway, so I was dying laughing about this, and I showed it to Jay. He was dying laughing just because my mom is very modest. She's not like a showy.
She's not going to wear a see-through bodysuit.
She probably wouldn't have done that
Through
at
Sulphur,
like 20. Yeah, my
Right.
mom is very like goody two shoes. But anyways, it made for a very awkward, hilarious conversation between me and my mom because my mom was like, well, Jay would love it. So if you want me to send it to you and you can use it in New Orleans, I was like, Mom, no. Which leads me to a funny comment that she made when we moved. We bought our house in New Orleans in June, and she was with us. And she knew we were excited to have a new place.
Yeah.
And she thought maybe we wanted to christen it.
Oh, very nice.
So I
I
swear to
love
God,
the way your mother thinks.
she said this, and I quote, I can go sit on the curb.
Oh,
Well, there's a few other things to do in New Orleans besides sitting on the curb.
go
my
for
mom-
beignets.
But when you're, I
That's
guess
our
when you
code
live in
now.
Oklahoma,
We're
that's-
going to go for beignets.
you would be
Well-
sitting on the curb.
I guess so. Yeah, she's not a drinker either, so she wasn't going to like go across the
yeah,
street
but
to the
still.
bar. So she was just
Well,
going
maybe
to
she
go.
said,
didn't
get a
think it would
beignet.
take long.
Right? No,
Sorry, Jay.
I know. I was like, Jay's offended. Anyway, so my mom and I are best friends. We talk every single day, but I wouldn't say we often talk about
Well, you're not talking
the
sex
deep
with your
recesses
mom.
of our sexual
Right.
experiences. Like that's not, no. But anyway, it led to a funny moment. So that's why I was asking you guys, have you ever been caught by your parents? Have you ever walked in on your parents, which I think is maybe even more awkward?
Or walked in on someone else.
Or someone else.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, so hit me. Story time.
Probably my brother once.
Oh, God. Wait,
you walked in on your brother?
Well, kind of. He was going away to school in Idaho, and he was home visiting.
Okay.
And he was with his girlfriend, which eventually became his wife.
Uh-huh.
And I came home, I guess, unexpectedly. My dad was at work. My mom was probably at the drugstore, too. They probably thought they had the house to themselves. And I come walking through the front door.
Oh, God.
And I think there was, hey, anybody home? One of those things, right?
Yeah.
And they came. I couldn't see them come out of the bedroom. They came down the hallway from our bedroom.
Yeah.
My brother and I shared a room, right? And,
So he was doing this in your room.
And her
On your
hairs-
bed?
Oh,
Huh?
no.
On your
Her hair-
bed?
No, I think it was his bed. They were only twin beds, too,
Oh.
right?
Hey,
But her hair was all kind of
messy.
tousled,
Yeah.
coming down the hallway and then down the stairs. And my brother was following her, and
He was just
they
like,
weren't
"Oh."
saying anything. Usually, I've seen my brother, hey, Jared, what's up? You know,
Damn
but-
you, Paul, for coming in and
so I
interrupting
didn't actually
me.
walk in on him doing the deed.
But it was very clear.
It was really close. And then I had to go upstairs to throw my clothes on the bed or in the closet or something. And I looked at his bed, and everything was just rumpled. And
Sound like a good time.
yeah. And then my mom once found the stash of Playboys in the closet. That was another good one.
That's always your Playboys or your brothers? Are
Well,
we
there
throwing
were
your
three
brother under the bus?
Playboys. I had a paper route, and there was a guy on the paper route. Somebody, I don't know who the guy was. Somebody, I didn't even know if it was a guy, but I always took the stairs. So people would pile up their newspapers and old magazines in the stairwell
Yeah.
to get rid of.
Yeah.
And,
But you would keep them.
well, I mean,
When you stumble
this
across
guy-
free
this guy-
Playboys.
Do you still have
Are you
those
kidding?
ones to add to
No,
your
I don't
collection?
have them with my collection.
These are the ones that probably were worth
Yeah.
the money that he
Right.
cost.
This guy was as regular as clockwork, leaving his Playboys out there. I was like 12.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, of course, I took them.
I was going to say, that's like finding a winning lotto ticket for a 12-year-old boy.
Yeah.
That's
What'd your
funny.
mom say when she caught him?
Nothing. I just knew she found them.
How? Did she move them?
Yeah, one of those, right?
Yeah,
I forget
uh-huh.
exactly why, but there was a telltale sign.
Like, I'm going to make sure they're not under
She
the bed.
wanted
They're
me to
right
know
on your
Oh,
that-
my
desk.
God, little Polito.
She
I
wanted
found
me to
him with
know that she knew
Playboys.
that I knew that she found them.
See, that's so awkward. Oh, my God. And Cody, I have a 7-year-old, and I'm like, in 5, 6, 7 years, I'm going to have to be dealing with this, and I can't. This is fully Jay's territory. I can't deal. My parents never talked to me about sex, ever. My
Mine
mom-
didn't either.
Ever. Yours didn't either?
No.
Did
No.
yours? No.
No.
Did yours?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Your dad giving a sex talk would be hilarious. I would have loved to have witnessed that.
No,
Yeah,
but
we
they
never got
explain.
that.
Well, no, they explained everything to me when I was.
Everything.
Well,
What did
when
they
you
say?
were-
Just where babies come from and the process and all that stuff. So I learned all about that at a pretty young age.
How
How
young
old?
is young?
I don't know, like 8, 9, 10, roughly.
You have vivid memories of
yes.
that conversation?
No.
Was it both your parents at the same time?
I think it was my mom at first, and my dad chimed in later. I remember we have a family plot of land in Olema, and I remember that's where the discussion was at. I don't know why.
Really?
It was a camping trip, so it was up
Nothing to
there.
do. Let's just go ahead and get the birds and the bees out of the way.
I forgot how it just came up. It was just part of the discussion that weekend.
Oh, that's funny.
But yeah, no, it was fine. They explained, two people love each other and want to have a kid. They just what they do, and yeah, it's no the
Were
whole.
they
It would have freaked them out if you said, well, what if you just want to fuck?
Oh, my God.
12-year-old kid.
The closest my dad got to it was he, for some reason, combined the concept of having a boyfriend with tampons. Like if you ever need tampons, I got you. I'll go get them. And also, if you ever need anything else with your boyfriend, just let me know. That was about
Like condoms?
Yeah, but he never said that. He never said the word condoms.
How would they expect you to learn then? At school?
You learn at school. You learn talking to other people. You don't learn from your parents.
I learned talking to girlfriends.
Exactly. You're the only one.
My friends from their parents too. So I don't know.
No.
Yes.
None of my friends.
Yeah.
Paul,
What?
your friends,
Maybe it's a generational
they
thing.
sat down and
Hey.
listened to your friggin' dad and mom. None of your friends did that.
I don't think so. No.
No.
If they did, they didn't say anything about it. I
Right?
mean,
Well, my dad was very inappropriate. Like, as I got older, he was like Lamont or Tonelli being your dad. Like, he would tell the dirty jokes in front of my friends, and I'd be like, oh my God, Dad, that moment.
Yeah.
So, like, it became, as I got older, like towards 18, it became, like, not a big deal. But I'm talking about as a younger one. Like, I remember, this is really inappropriate, so if any kids are listening, just,
Disclaimer on this broadcast, as there should be every week.
Yeah. So I remember I was like right around 18, and I was working at the bowling alley with my dad, and he had a girlfriend at the time, and he was like, hey, show her your new tattoo. You got a new little tattoo. It's like a little mouse right there. And she pulled up like her dress on her leg, and he goes, oh, it's not there. Pussy must have ate it.
Oh,
like
that is outstanding.
That kind of stuff was my dad's.
Beautiful.
That's my dad's sense of humor. So that's what became very
Fantastic.
normalized. But as far as like an actual like sit down, we're going to have a chat about what goes where and how things happen.
Right.
Hell no. And I'm grateful it didn't.
Yeah.
I got to ask my brother. I wonder if he did with Bubba. Probably did. With boys, it's different.
No.
Did you have the sex talk with
No. No.
No, but like
No.
Well, kids these days learn from.
They found my Playboys.
No, but they have. Sex is everywhere. It's on YouTube.
Yeah.
It's in every movie and TV show. It's Mr. Skin on our show.
Right.
There's not a lot of
Pornhub.
questions. Right. Well, that too. There's not a lot of
got
questions.
it on their phones.
So there's no need to.
There's no more mystery.
Right.
And isn't that a crying shame?
It is.
No, it's wonderful.
Absolutely.
I love that.
Okay. Huey, have you ever walked in on anybody or been walked in on?
Okay, well, two things. So when I was little, I remember it's funny, Mr. Skin talking about Demi Moore, and he referenced striptease. When striptease came out on HBO, we fairly had cable just for a couple years at that point, the mid 90s.
Yeah.
And I remember it was Saturday morning and striptease was on. And so I'm sitting
Saturday morning?
Yeah, because just the rotation, because they just picked it up.
Yeah.
And so they were just playing it over and over. So Saturday morning, I was up early and I was in the living room and I was watching it. And it was like the dance scene. And I was like, all right, this is awesome.
Papa Boner.
Oh, absolutely. And then
How could you not?
I heard the door open and my mom walked in from the kitchen.
Oh, God.
And I wasn't fast enough to hit the last channel button.
Oh, how awkward. What did she say?
Or she came in the door. I must have been the door not opening because I didn't hear her behind me. And she's like, what are you doing? And I quickly chased the channel.
Oh, God, I can't. Oh, Lord.
But yeah, so she saw me staring at Demi Moore's boobs. So that was... Every time I see that movie now, it's like, yeah.
Was it right after that they had a talk with you?
I know, right? Yeah.
Oh, no, they had to talk years earlier,
Well
prior to
before
that.
that.
Yeah. But as far as walking in on someone, we did a trip to the Playboy Mansion and we went to the game room where all the pinball machines and other fun activities they do in there. But there was that one room, it's like a velvet room or padded room.
The padded floor room.
Yeah,
Everything was a bed in that room.
Yeah, so I forgot where I was going. I just wanted to go around to somewhere. And so I'm going through different hallways and stuff. And I opened that room and the lights are all dark. And I'm like, what's going on? And then the light from the main room that I was walking through started lighting up the room, and all of a sudden I see this girl, naked woman on all fours.
Oh my God.
And some guys behind her, and there's like other guys sitting around looking, and I was like, oh my God. I was like,
You walked into a porn site.
yeah, I don't know what's
Pretty
going on.
much.
I was like, oh my God. So then I quickly shut the door and walked away.
Oh my God.
So I was like, oh,
You weren't
geez.
at Mitchell Brothers, were you?
No.
Did you know, was it a famous anyone that was doing the railing or getting the rail?
I didn't see her face. I saw the back of her.
Well,
How'd you look?
It looked great.
I was going to say with your TV watching, maybe you recognize the back end. I don't know.
She parted her hair down the middle.
Good God almighty.
She looked like Kojak.
Oh, Lord help me.
So yeah, I quickly ran out of
But
there.
that's kind of an iconic moment to have at the Playboy Mansion. Like every
Right.
guy, I'm sure, dreams of seeing.
I mean, that's probably just a normal Saturday night for that room.
I'm sure it's probably a normal like Wednesday night.
Yeah,
right,
That
exactly.
every night.
Yeah.
So-
I would not want to use a black light in any of those
No,
rooms,
no
especially.
luminol.
Yeah.
Gross. What about you, Lamont?
I was at the Playboy Mansion and some idiot walked in on the room.
Well played, though. Well played. Got to give it up for that one.
I've got a doozy story for you. My brother is my best friend in the world, right? We're a year apart. And we were really into stereos, and we bought like these the tape decks and the cassette decks and microphones. We used to play dances as DJs. And this is like around the 9th grade or so, and he was in the 8th grade. So one time my brother thought it was a great idea to take these microphones because my dad used to get notoriously drunk. And when he was drunk, he used to talk in his sleep, just gibberish. Like just, you give me Erie, you give me Chicago. I mean, it made no sense whatsoever. So he never believed us when we said you were just like yelling and talking in your sleep last night. So we saw him getting a heat on. And my brother and I ran a friggin' mic cord into their bedroom to try and catch him sleeping at night.
My God.
So we're sitting there with headphones on and checking the levels. And my dad goes to bed. And then he goes, Liz! What? Oh, you're going to give me a blowjob. Oh, swear to God. I looked at my brother. We just went, we're trying not to scream. So now we got the headphones on. Thank God my mom goes, oh, you're such a fucking idiot.
Classic
this
moment.
day,
Classic.
to this day, we have the tape.
You have the tape.
My brother still has the tape.
And we're going to
Incredible.
play it for you now.
Exactly. He wanted to give it to me last time I was home.
Oh, my God.
And I said, what am I going to do with that? And he goes, you know what?
We're going to put it on a podcast.
He goes, it's a family heirloom.
Family heirloom.
That is
Hey,
fantastic.
give me a blowjob.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, if you have any stories to share, feel free to
I
call the
beat that
number.
one.
No, that's a tough one to beat.
I don't know if
That
you'll be
is-
able to beat that.
that is.
That's what she said. 415-995-7077.
Oh, you're such an idiot.
I am behind on the, I was gone to New Orleans over the weekend, so I'm behind on the voicemails. So we've got a slew of them. We'll see what goodness is in there. But add to it, call the number, and Huey, tell them what to do.
Yeah, please subscribe to 1077 The Bones YouTube channel. Hit the notifications button. But when you're watching this video, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, share it, all that good stuff.
Paul and I really don't care if you do that.
Well,
They care. They definitely care. Yeah.
Very important.
And by the way, if you want to see the jumpsuit that was sent to my mom,
Make sure you, hey, you know what? You should put the picture on this podcast.
I'm
Yeah,
going to ask
there
her
you
if
go.
she'll let
Serrano
me.
can just insert it and just like blink.
Just blink.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. She'll never see this podcast. She's not on YouTube. All right, you guys, thanks so much for being here. We appreciate you. We'll talk to you next week. Bye.
True story.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
True
I remember you
fucking
telling me that
story.
before.
I would love to hear that.
Exhibit A.
Exhibit A.